Hey guys, it's Yvette and I am back with the puzzle mystery quilt from Cotton Cuts, and I have received my instructions just as everyone else has, and this is, which package is this? Is this the fifth one? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is the fifth one, guys. I don't know why it says it right here. Single, small size, part 5. Okay, so part 5, and I have already taken all of my pieces out. So we've got 10 3 7/8 inch half square triangles in our number 1 fabric. We have 6 of those in our number 3 fabric, and we have 4 of those in our number 5 fabric. Then we have 2 3.5 inch squares in our number 4 fabric. We have 2 3.5 inch by 6.5 inch rectangles in our number 6 color. And finally we have 2 3.5 inch by 12.5 inch rectangles in our number 1 color. Okay, so we do need to remember that we are going a scant 1/4 inch, and so we're going to try to keep that up. Okay. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to join half square triangles of fabric 1 and fabric 5. Okay, so I'm going to scooch this out of the way for a minute. Here's our number 1 and our number 5. Okay, and we're going to do 4 of those. So I think we have, is this 4? 2, 3, 4? Yep. And then I'm just going to take 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. The cats are now fighting up here. I'm so happy they come up here to fight. It's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to, will you guys come on? Sammy, Jellybean. Really? Okay. So I'm going to take 1 of each, and I'm going to put them right sides together. Let me see if I can move the light a little bit. Well, I'd have to move this light. And of course, with my broke arm, that's really helpful too. I keep getting tennis elbow on, like, it keeps changing arms. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to just line them up, and I love how they have those little corners cut out. Makes it easier. Of course, I'm like Miss Perfectionist, so sorry guys. Okay, so once you have those together, it's never perfect enough. Okay, I'm going to take one of my rulers. I'm going to go in, and the way that I measure, if we're doing a scant 1/4 inch, is I'm going to make sure that the line on my ruler that is the 1/4 inch, I'm going to make sure that that line, mine is dotted, is to the outside of the fabric. So where my line is, there's going to be no fabric. The fabric is going to be to the top side of the line, and that will give us room for the mark that we're going to make. So I'm going to use my friction pen, and I'm going to mark that. So I go just to the outside, and then I take my friction pin, which the lines go away when you iron them. If you have an aversion to these pins, that's fine. Use whatever you like. And then I'm going to go ahead and pin, just because I like to do that, especially if I'm going to be doing a few things and then carrying them over, because then I don't have to worry about being careful or did that move or any of that. So there we go. And I'm just going to do the rest of these. Oops, right sides together, Yvette. And I don't know if you guys are wanting to watch me do this, but here we go. Alright. always feel like I'm moving something. Oops. I just poked myself. At least I know the pins are sharp. Okay, that's 2. This is the 3rd one. Oops, is that off? Looks like it might be off. My thing is that I am going to be meticulous while I am making these blocks, and I'm especially so with blocks because for some reason, even when I do this, I feel like my blocks don't come out right anyway. Like they just are never sized the way they're supposed to be, and I don't understand why, because I measure twice, cut once, that kind of thing. But, you know, I'm gonna end up figuring it out. I have no doubt. But to me, if I take the time now, then I don't have to worry about things. I mean, you know, they're going to be the best they can at this point without me having to rip stitches or do anything like that. Everything is as good as I can possibly get it right now. So that's why I hate getting behind on blocks with you guys, because I don't want to, I feel like I have to rush it because, oh, I've got to get this video out, but I don't want to be like that, because to me, you know, unless I want to keep making quilts I'm not proud of, which I don't, and I'm sure you feel the same way, because quilting is not a cheap hobby. So you just take the time now. And that's why I pin, and that's why I mark, and that's why I sew slowly and everything else. Okay, so I have these pinned, and I am going to go over to the sewing machine and get those done, and I'll be right back over there with you. Okay guys, so I'm back with my pieces. I can get them a little bit closer here. I'm trying something a little different to see if you guys prefer to see a more close-up picture of what I'm sewing. We'll just see how this goes. Okay. And I am chain stitching these pieces together. And what I'm going to do is, since we're going to be sewing a scant 1/4 inch, I am going to sew with my needle just to the right side, or just to the inside of the seam allowance. Okay? My fabric keeps moving, and now I'm super conscious of the fact that you're looking smack down at what I'm sewing. Oh no, I'm not liking this at all, but I'm gonna keep going. Okay, try to make sure, I don't know what you're seeing. So here are my 4 little half square triangles that are joined together. I'm going to go over to the ironing board and press them, and then I will be right back with our next step. Okay guys, so I am back, And we are now going to take our number 1 half square triangles and our number 3 half square triangles, and we're going to join those together. And as you can see, that's number 1, that's number 3. I've already drawn my 1/4 inch seam. I've pinned, and now I'm ready to attach them. So I'm going to start that now, and I'm going to chain piece them. Okay, so I have those all sewn together. I'm going to take them over to the ironing board and press them, and then we will get to step 3. Okay, so I am back, and I have the next pieces that we're going to work on. I want to apologize for the banging you hear in the background because Jim is working on our kitchen. We are redoing our kitchen, so hopefully you can hear everything I'm saying. Okay, so basically we're taking the half square triangles that we have joined together, and we are now going to join them together like this. And let me see what you can see. Yeah, you're pretty much seeing it all. And we're making 2 like this. So I have the others that are ready to go right here as well. So I have my pins. I'm ready to go, and I've already marked my scant 1/4 inch. So here we go. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I have those 2 strips. I'm going to go over to the ironing board and press them, and I'll be right back with step 4. Okay, so our next piece, or our next 2 pieces that we're going to work on, is we're taking that last half square triangle that had the number 1 and number 3 colors, colorways, or 1 and 3 fabrics, however you want to put it. So there's 2 of those, and we're basically just sewing them together in this way. I have already drawn the scant 1/4 inch, and we're ready to sew. Okay, so I've got those two pieces sewn together. I'm going to head over to the ironing board and press these, and I'll be back with, I think we're on part number 5. Okay guys, so I'm back with the next step, and what we are doing now is we are taking our fabric number 6, jelly bean, baby. Just put your booty somewhere else. Fabric number 6 is going to be attached to that piece that we just hooked together, and this is the, I don't remember what it is, 3.5 by 6.5 rectangle, I think. I have already put them right sides together. I've drawn my 1/4 inch my 1/4 inch seam allowance, and we're ready to sew. Here we go. Okay, so I have those sewn together. I'm going to head over to the ironing board and press those, and I'll be right back. Gosh, I think we're on part 6. Okay guys, I'm back, and this is the next 2 pieces that we are combining together. And actually what we are combining together are the 4 half square triangles that we had sewed together, and also the pieces that we had just sewn together with 1/2 square triangle, 1 square, and 1 rectangle. And we're putting this piece on the bottom, and I've already marked our 1/4 inch seam, and I've pinned to hold it in place, and we are ready to sew. So let's get going. Okay, so I have these all put together and ready to get pressed. I don't know if you realize or if you noticed, but I was having trouble with some of these seams. They kept wanting to get sucked under, even though I was going like really, really slow and using a point to keep them in. I think what I might try, and you know, this is just something I have this wild hair up my butt to do. I was watching someone else on YouTube sewing, and her recommendation was to always press open. She says that if we shorten our stitch length to about 1.5, mine would either have to be 1.4 or 1.6 because that's just how mine are, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I'll have to either go 1 or 4 or 6, but she says that then it's tight enough that you can press open and you don't have to worry about your stitches coming loose. And then if you press open, you have a lot less bulk. So, you know, maybe it's true. I really don't know. And it would something that would I would have to get used to doing because I'm so used to not pressing open. But I might give that a go and just see how it goes. But for now, we're going to continue like this. So I'm going to head over to the ironing board. I'm going to press this, and I think we have one last piece, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. This is the last step. We are in the home stretch. All I am doing is I am attaching this long piece of our #1 fabric, which is the 12.5 inches across, to the other two which were already attached together, and I have them all pinned and the seam allowance is marked, and I'm ready to sew. So let's get going. Okay guys, well I have this ready, but Smudgy is, well yeah, thinks his mama was a glass maker over here, and now I got no light. So, you know what, let me just take these over to the ironing board. I'm going to press them, and then I'll hang them on the project wall and give you guys a last view. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here are the two pieces that I have just made with you guys. This is month 5 of the mystery quilt with cotton cuts, and it is called This Way and That Way. I am doing the small ballet, I think. And I'll just get a little bit closer. You can see this is just the one. So we have I1 and I2 are the two pieces that we have made tonight. So just a little note, I'm gonna have to probably take all of these down because right now I do have room to put everything that we've worked on, but come February when I start with the new one, I have 3 colorways that I'm doing, and so it's going to be very difficult. I have bought some project boxes, and so what I'll do is as I make them, I will show you what I've made up on the wall, and then I'll take it down and put it in project boxes. So anyway, let me know where you guys are, if you're all caught up or what we're doing, and I will see you guys later with more projects. Bye-bye.